The Hongs were major business houses in Canton, China and later Hong Kong with significant influence on patterns of consumerism, trade, manufacturing and other key areas of the economy. They were originally led by Howqua as head of the cohong. Origin. Prior to the establishment of Hong Kong, the name Hong was given to major business houses using the Chinese word based in Canton. The 13 factories were the original Qing dynasty merchants of China responsible for foreign trade under the aegis of the cohong. The original Canton factories faded from the scene after the First Opium War, just prior to Hong Kong's economic birth, and hence had little effect on the new colony's development. A second generation of Hongs arose during the colonial Hong Kong era that were operated directly by foreign companies, known as the foreign Hongs. Each had a type and a boss and a comprador responsible for dealings with Chinese merchants. One of the earliest foreign Hongs established was Jardine Matheson and Amp Co., who bought Lot No. 1 at the first Hong Kong land sale in 1841. In 1843 the same firm established a mainland China headquarters on the Bund in Shanghai, just south of the British consulate. The building was known as the EWO Hong, or EWO House, based on the Cantonese pronunciation of the company's Chinese name. Jardins took the name from the earlier EWO Hong run by Howqua. The term is most often used in reference to colonial Hong Kong companies directly. In the modern sense, the term is loosely used to describe influential Asian companies. History. Prior to any banking institutions other than small foreign bank branches, the three firms that financed most of Hong Kong's economic activities were the Jardins, Dents and the Russells. As a result, most sources credit the three as the original Hongs. Most of these firms became multinational corporations with management consisting of mostly European expatriates. By the time of the handover of Hong Kong to China in 1997, many of the Hongs had diversified their holdings and shifted their headquarters offshore away from Hong Kong to avoid any potential Communist Party takeovers. Conglomerates of colonial Hong Kong. Note below are lists of companies that had a predominant effect on Hong Kong's economy at a particular era. Their noteworthiness is debatable. The official names of the era used: 1843 12 large British firms, 10 small British merchants, 6 Indian Parsi companies, including D.M. Rustom G., 1 American company, Augustin Hurd and Company, 1844 Jardine Matheson, Dent and Amp Co., Russell and Amp Co., U.S. company founded by Samuel Russell for the opium trade, merged with Perkins of Boston in 1830. 1850s Wheelock Marden 1857, 1860s Gilman and Bowman, established by Richard James Gilman as a tea trader in 1840, taken over by Duncan Patterson of Australia 1917 and turned into a privately held company, bought by Inchcape Group in 1969. Hong Kong and China Gas Company, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation 1865-present, 1870s Butterfield and Swire, Jardine Matheson, Adams and Bell and Company, transformed into Dodwell, Carlyle and Amp Co. in 1891 by George Benjamin Dodwell, changed name to Dodwell and Amp Co. in 1899, bought by Inchcape Group in 1972. The Wharf Union Insurance Society of Canton Limited 1890s Swire, Jebson and Amp Co. 1900s Hong Kong Electric, Hong Kong Land, Catchick Ball Chater, James Johnston Keswick, Gibb Livingston, Thomas Augustus Gibb, William Potter Livingston *8, China Light and Power, 1910s Dairy Farm, Ice and Cold Storage Company Limited, Patrick Manson. Conglomerates of modern Hong Kong, 1960s Butterfield and Swire, Hutchison, Sir John Douglas Clegg. 1970s The Hong Kong and Kowloon Wharf and Go Down Company, Jardine Matheson. 1980s The Hong Kong and Kowloon Wharf and Go Down Company, Jardine Matheson. Swire Group, John Henry Bremridge, Hutchison, Li Ka-shing, Wheelock Marden, John L. Marden, Yu Kong Pao. 1985. 1990s Jardine Matheson, Hutchison Whampoa, Li Ka-shing, Wheelock Marden, Peter Wu. Swire Group, Post-handover. The old British Hongs continue to operate in Hong Kong after 1997, but a few are now held by local Hong Kong Chinese businessmen. Jardine Matheson Holdings, headquartered in Hong Kong and incorporated in Bermuda. Hong Kong Land Dairy Farm International Holdings, Mandarin Oriental Hotel Group, Jardine Cycle and Amp, Carriage Astra International, Jardine Lloyd Thompson Group, Jardine Pacific, Jardine Motors Group, Jardine Strategic, Hutchison Whampoa, Li Ka-shing, Hong Kong Electric, Wheelock Marden. Swire Group HQ in both Hong Kong and London, England. The Wharf, Henderson Land Development, Li Shaoqi. The Hong Kong and China Gas Company Limited. Since the 1980s, a number of local Chinese and mainland Chinese firms have challenged the control of the Hong Kong economy previously held by the British Hongs. Red Chips, CITIC Pacific, Larry Yung Kai Kin. China Resources, China Merchants Group, owned by the Government of the People's Republic of China. Costco, owned by the Government of the People's Republic of China. Local tycoons, Sino Group, Leonamp, Feng, Victor Feng. New World Development, Chow Tai Fook, Cheng Yutong. Hang Lung Group, Ronald Chan. Sun Hung Kai Properties, Kwok Brothers. Chung Kong Holdings, Li Ka-shing. PCCW, Richard Lee.